Third parties. The third parties tab and associated menu are important for adding other people to the case rather than just party A and B. Now, the description of third parties is deliberately wide. As you can see in this example, we're adding Ben Halliday, who is Glenn and Debbie's son. We're putting some notes in about where he lives. We could put the full address in there if we wanted to. Also his date of birth, which is quite important given that he's the child in the process. And then we can add his gender. With all third parties, we have the option to add a role. And this one, Ben is a child. If we wanted to add to that list, it's very easy to do. Just type in and add more people. You also have the option to have some notes. And so here we can explain that Ben lives with Mum, but spends a lot of the time with the maternal grandmother. It's important that we know this so that if she's involved in the collection or handover, then we've got her details as well. And in this instance, we're going to add maternal grandmother's details as well. And we'll put a short explanation in about why she's relevant to the case. We may not need that many details about maternal grandma, certainly not compared to the amount of information we need about the individual parties. Being able to add all manner of people at third parties is very useful. You can add independent financial advisors, estate agent details, other advisors, mental health workers, whoever you need to have potentially to have contact on a case or to build up that breadth of information about people on the database. It can also be used quite helpfully for marketing. So here we're adding a grandparent category, which will then remain available for any future grandparents as well. When we've added the notes, we can then simply add the maternal grandma to the case with no problem at all. Accessibility of information is an important part of Pact.